Hey friends, welcome back to Busy Girl Budgets. My name is Mallory and I live in New Mexico with my husband and our 2 dogs. On this channel, we utilize the cash envelope system, and today we're going to be doing a cash unstuffing. So if you're interested in all things money or savings related, then please stick around. Friends, welcome back again. Today we're going to be doing a cash unstuffing. As you can see, I have all of my things that I need to unstuff written out here on my iPad in GoodNotes. So we have a total of 297 that's going to be coming out of our envelopes. So let's get right into that. How are you guys doing today? How was your weekend? We had an absolutely insane and crazy busy weekend, and it just felt like we were going with no end. And it's felt like that since we came home from Michigan. So yeah, it's just been incredibly busy. I am going to empty my coins as well. This is my coin jar. And let's see what we've got this week. Here we go. This is getting pretty full. So that's what we've got. So you guys are going to start seeing me do like larger amounts for my unstuffings because I've talked about this before, but we use credit cards still, even with doing cash stuffing, to earn points for flights, for traveling. And this last year we've been able to travel almost free, all the places that we've gone. And we have multiple trips coming up that were like 95% free as well. And then I earned Southwest Companion Pass for all of the rest of this year and all of 2025. So what that means is that my husband or someone that I designate can fly with me for free for all the rest of this year and all of 2025. And I don't talk about it a whole lot on here, but I do talk about it some because I just feel like sometimes people are like, if you're going to do cash, you can't use credit cards. There are ways to utilize them, though, and to get benefits from them if you can be responsible with them. That's the big thing. Are you paying it off? Are you overspending? So with using cash and doing unstuffing every week, it helps me to just keep myself accountable with what I'm spending. If I don't have enough to unstuff from the envelopes, then I know that I overspent that week and I need to keep myself in check. So this week I was still kind of using 50-50 cash and the card, but I'm going to be switching more exclusively to the card for the next few months to try to get this points bonus because we are trying to go to Japan next year, the end of 2025, so fall of 2025. So we're hoping to fund most of that trip, at least the flight, with points. So that's what we're kind of working towards. Anyway, rant over. We're going to unstuff. So from groceries, I'm pulling out 15 that was spent on a card. In dining out, I'm pulling out 12. Not all of this was spent, but I'm pulling out anyway. Because anything extra that I'm unstuffing or anything that's left in my wallet, I am putting towards debt. Because I do have a little bit of debt that I'm working on paying off. That is it for my wallet to unstuff. And then next is going to be in my high priority binder, and that's going to be Disney. Whoops, this one. So Disney, if you guys caught my videos last week, I did buy our tickets, but I didn't have enough in here for the tickets. So this week when we got paid, I paid extra towards that on my card. So I'm taking out the 20. I'm unstuffing the 20 from that to go towards the $540 that I owed. But then I also paid $240 for my last check. So I need to pay $280 more towards that to get it up to like not in the negative. So anyway, instead of stuffing it, I just went ahead and paid the $240 to my card. So I'm taking that 20 out for now. And that is all I'm pulling from my high priority binder. And then next is going to be my short-term binder. So in my dog's envelope, we're going to pull out 70, and that is for dog food. So let's see, 20, 40, 60, 65, and 70. So there's 40 left in there. I actually didn't get a chance to update my envelopes like I usually do, so let me, or no, yes I did. Okay, so there's 40 left. Oops, I have more in here. What am I doing? I'm all over the place. I'm recording later than I would, like later in the week. Usually I record on Fridays, but this is actually Monday of the following week. And so this video that you guys, like I'm recording it and it's going out in like an hour because I've just had such a busy weekend, and like all of the last few days have just been insane and hectic. So finally getting a chance to sit down and record, and you guys are going to see this like real quick. So all right, next in here we are pulling from Costco. We're pulling everything. It has 100, 50, 70, 90, and 100. Pulling all of that. Okay. And then also in here, we're going to pull from Beauty. And my husband did get his hair cut, so I need to pull from that. That's 60, 20, 40, 60. So there's 20, 40, 60, and 80 left in there. So I have my hair color on auto ship from eSalon. That'll be coming out here next week, I think, or later this week. So this will be for that. And then I have a haircut in 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. So then I'll need to also keep bulking this up for that. All right, the last thing we're unstuffing today is health. And we are pulling 20 out of here. Okay, so there's 10 left in there. And that is all that we're unstuffing. Nothing from my short-term binder is coming out. So I want to talk about health for a minute because if you guys have watched this channel at all for like a while, I had surgery earlier this year, and kind of one of the big issues that we've been dealing with is our insurance didn't want to pay something for my hospital visit that was already agreed upon to be paid, and so I was continuing to get this bill for like several $1,000s. And thankfully I record like all of my conversations with insurance, and like I take notes on who I spoke to on what day, and what they said and at what time, and kind of all that stuff. So I keep a record of all of that. So what ended up happening was the insurance company, I told them, like, I have all this record of who told me this was going to be paid, how multiple people told me it was going to be paid at different times. You know, I talked to like probably 5 people in their company that all told me the same thing. And so I ended up, they asked me to submit that. And so I had all this documentation, and they ended up paying my whole hospital bill. So after months of it, it was literally months, it's been in appeals because my surgery was in February. It's obviously now mid-September. They finally just paid up like last week. So I'm super happy that that is taken care of, and I don't have to worry about that because that was definitely weighing on my mind. So that's all set, and that was a relief. Then we had my brakes replaced right before we drove to Michigan, and they just were not right. Like something was totally off. And so when we got back home, mind you, this is like a huge trip to take with brakes that are like squeaking. We get home and take it back to the place that did it. And basically an employee there told us that they're not even supposed to machine rotors on luxury cars. My car is, I guess, is considered a luxury car. I have a Volkswagen, but it's like one of the higher end Volkswagens, and it's technically the same as a Porsche Cayenne. I don't know how you pronounce it, whatever. And so those are the parts that are used on it, even though it's a Volkswagen. So they're not supposed to machine them. Well, they machined them when they did our brakes and rotors. So they had to, at their expense, replace all of our brakes, brake pads, and all of our rotors because they were ruined. And so the manager over there was really mad at his employee for basically telling us, hey, like, we shouldn't have done this in the first place. I don't know why they recommended that you do it. So at least they did it. At least they fixed it. And so now I have all new brakes and all new rotors. But it's kind of just been one thing after the other. I've been fighting with insurance for like prescriptions and like all kinds of stuff. So I just want things to like slow down. I just want things to just be chill for a while. But anyway, with all that said, and me telling you guys all the stuff that's going on, I'm just going to be working on planning our Hawaii trip, which is really exciting. I mean, everything's booked as far as our stay and our flights and everything, but it's just coming down to like, what do we want to do while we're there? For sure, we want to do like a tour of the Nepali coast in Kauai. So we're looking into different companies that offer that. And so I'm really excited. We're going to go snorkeling. It's going to be really fun. And then my mother-in-law and one of my good friends is throwing us a 10-year anniversary party in November. And so it's going to be really nice because my parents are actually going to come, and one of my best friends from Michigan, she's my maid of honor, she is going to come. And it's just going to be really fun to like get together with a bunch of friends. So we'll probably be dressing up for that, and that'll be fun. And so we have a lot of things to look forward to in the coming months. Lots of trips, lots of visits from family. If you guys know anything about New Mexico, or if you don't, I'll put you onto it. But the biggest thing that our state has every year is the Albuquerque International Balloon Fiesta. If you don't know what that is, basically it's a hot air balloon festival, and hundreds of hot air balloons go up every day for 10 days. And so every morning there's hundreds of hot air balloons that go up into the sky. And because the sky is just like, you can see for miles here, it's beautiful. We get hot air balloons flying over our house. They you know, how do I say this? They like come down and land on our street sometimes, and so we get to see that. But it's a really, really cool thing. And so that's coming up here in the next few weeks, beginning of October. I feel like New Mexico is not talked about a lot, and mainly the thing that it is talked about is the crime. And yeah, like big cities, Albuquerque has quite a bit of crime, pretty bad. But I think also it comes down to like knowing where to go and where not to go, and when to go there and when not to go there, certain parts of town and stuff like that. But it's a really, really cool state. There's a lot of cool things to do here, especially if you enjoy the outdoors. But seriously, guys, look up hot air balloon, the Albuquerque Balloon Fiesta, because it is literally incredible. Like the photos that you'll see online, it's awesome. And even if you don't live here, you can watch it. They broadcast it on the local news stations, but you can watch it like on YouTube and stuff like that. And you'll probably, it's so huge that people bring their hot air balloons from other countries. So, and they have special shapes and stuff like that. It kind of blew my mind when I moved here, because I just had never seen anything like it before, and it was awesome. So anyway, now that I've talked to you guys and just hung out with you for a little bit, I'm going to wrap up today's video. If you're still here, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you made it to the end, leave me a balloon emoji in the comments. That's it for today, guys, and we'll catch you in our next video. Bye.